Yes, sir.
Okay, I want to call to order this special meeting of the Board of Education for District 186. And Mrs. Hines, will you call the roll, please?
Mr. Beavers?
Here.
Mr. Bain?
Here.
Dr. Dorr?
Here.
Mr. Green is absent. Mrs. James?
Here.
Mrs. Miller is absent. Mr. Rungy?
Here. Next item is the Pledge of Allegiance, and Mr. Bain, since this is your last meeting, will you lead us, please?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Next item is the recognition of the audience. I will go ahead and read this. The Board of Education welcomes the audience to make public or employee comments. The board has set aside time in the agenda specifically for this purpose. Pursuant to Board Policy 2.230, each speaker shall be limited to a 5-minute presentation. The board may or may not comment regarding public presentations. If a matter of public comment warrants discussion or action of the Board of Education, such discussion or action will be added to the agenda of a different meeting. Are there any public concerns out of the two of you? Didn't think so. Is there any concerns from our one employee here? All right. Oh, I'm sorry.
No changes.
I needed a motion to approve the agenda.
So moved.
A second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. First item is the old business. We need to approve the April 16, 2019 regular meeting minutes. I will entertain a motion to approve those.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Now, the real reason that we are all here is the reorganization of the new Board of Education. Thus, I will make a motion to approve the canvass of votes from the April 2nd, 2019 consolidated election as presented, which provides that there were a total of 545 votes for Mr. Beavers, 536 votes for Mr. Runge within the Murphysboro Township, 516 votes for Mr. Brown, and 504 votes for Mrs. Iovaldi from any remaining congressional townships. I need a second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. And Mrs. Hines, I'm going to ask you to administer the oath since I have to take it as well. Do you two have a copy of it?
I have.
Okay. Stay up here.
Okay.
Good luck following along because it's a little tough.
Is it
We're all-
above a fifth grade reading level?
No, you'll see. All right, Mrs. Hines?
Okay. I
I,
do solemnly swear
Rick Runge, Ford Brown.
Jamie Valdi.
do solemnly swear
that I will be faithfully discharge the duties of the office of member of the Board of Education
That I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of a member of the Board of Education
of Murphysboro CUSD 186 in accordance with the Constitution of the United States.
of Murphysboro CUSD 186 in accordance with the Constitution of the United States,
The Constitution of the State of Illinois and the laws of the State of Illinois to the best of my ability.
the Constitution of the State of Illinois, and the laws of the State of Illinois to the best of my ability.
I further swear that
I further swear that
I shall respect taxpayer interests by serving as a faithful protector of the school district's assets.
I shall respect taxpayer interests by serving as a faithful protector of the school district's assets.
I shall encourage and respect the free expression of opinion by my fellow board members and others who seek a hearing before the board while respecting the privacy of students and employees.
I shall encourage and respect the free expression of opinion by my fellow board members and others who seek a hearing before the board while respecting the privacy of students and employees.
I shall recognize that a board member has no legal authority as an individual and that decisions can be made only by a majority vote at a public board meeting.
I shall recognize that a board member has no legal authority as an individual and that decisions can be made only by a majority vote at a public board meeting.
I shall abide by majority decisions of the board while retaining the right to seek changes in such decisions through ethical and constructive channels.
I shall abide by majority decisions of the board while retaining the right to seek changes in such decisions through ethical and constructive channels.
As part of the Board of Education, I shall accept the responsibility for my role in the equitable and quality education of every student in the school district.
As part of the Board of Education, I shall accept the responsibilities for my role in the equitable and quality education of every student in the school district.
I shall foster with the board extensive participation of the community, formulate goals, define outcomes, and set the course for Murphysboro CUSD 186.
I shall foster with the board extensive participation of the community, formulate goals, define outcomes, and set the course for Murphysboro CUSD 186.
I shall assist in establishing a structure and an environment designed to ensure all students have the opportunity to attain their maximum potential through sound organizational framework.
I shall assist in establishing a structure and an environment designed to ensure all students have the opportunity to attain their maximum potential through a sound organizational framework.
I shall strive to ensure a continuous assessment of student achievement and all conditions affecting the education of our children in compliance with the state law.
I shall strive to ensure a continuous assessment of student achievement and all conditions affecting the education of our children in compliance with state law.
I shall serve as education's key advocate on behalf of the students and our community school to advance the vision for Murphysboro CUSD, and
I shall serve as education's key advocate on behalf of students and our community schools to advance the vision for Murphysboro CUSD 186.
I shall strive to work together with the district superintendent to lead the school district toward fulfilling the vision the board has created, fostering excellence for every student in the areas of academic skills, knowledge, citizenship, and personal development.
I shall strive to work together with the district superintendent to lead the school district toward fulfilling the vision of the board has created, fostering excellence for every student in the areas of academic skills, knowledge, citizenship, and personal development. Congratulations. We need somebody to make a shorter oath.
This is the new one.
I
You
know,
guys are
I
the
know.
first ones.
I will sit right next to him.
Okay,
I'm not scared.
I don't bite.
That's not her.
first of all, I want to welcome the two new board members, and Mr. Bain, on behalf of the board, I want to thank you for your service and actually some guidance that you provided to this board in your time on the board. And you will be missed. Thank you again for the service. Unless you want to, oh, you're going to stay?
It's a long
Okay.
one.
All right. The first item is to appoint a president pro tem.
I move to appoint Rungy to serve as president pro tem.
Need a second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. We also then need to appoint a secretary pro tem. And I will move to appoint Mrs. Hines as secretary pro tem.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Now we need to establish the terms of office. Traditionally, it's been a 2-year term, so I'm going to make a motion to establish a 2-year term of office for president, vice president, secretary, and treasurer. I need a a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. People are wanting to stay longer tonight.
Oh, we have an audience now.
Well, there we go. We do have an audience. All right, now we need to elect the officers. The chair will entertain nominations for board president to serve a 2-year term.
I nominate Mr. Rungy.
Any others? All right. There are no further nominations. I declare the nominations for the office of president are closed. Since there was only one, you can just record that as unanimous. All right. The chair will entertain nominations for board vice president to serve a term of 2 years. I will nominate Mr. Beavers. Are there any others?
I nominate Annette. Miss Jane.
Any others? All right, I declare the nominations closed, and Mrs. Hines, you will take roll call, please.
Mr. Brown?
Say the name.
Uh-huh.
Miss James.
Mr. Beavers?
Mr. Beaver.
Dr. Dorr?
Miss James.
Mr. Green's absent. And Mrs. James?
Mr. Beavers.
And Mr. Rungy?
Mr. Beavers, all right, we have a 3-3 vote, folks. We keep voting until somebody changes.
Okay, ready?
Yep.
Mr. Beavers?
Mr. Beaver.
Dr. Dorr?
Miss James.
Green is absent. Mrs. James?
Mr. Beavers.
Mrs. Uvalde?
Mr. Beavers.
Mr. Brown?
Mr. Beavers.
And Mr. Rungy?
Mrs. James.
First, I've never.
That's a first, folks. That's,
Thank you.
holy cow. Mr. Beavers. Okay, the chair will entertain nominations for board secretary to serve a term of 2 years, and I will nominate Mrs. Hines.
Second. Right?
No.
Oh.
Are there any other nominations?
Oh.
I'll say Mrs. James again if you want. All right, hearing no other nominations, I will declare the nominations closed, and Mrs. Hines, you are our secretary again, for better or for worse. All right, next is the office of treasurer, and I'm assuming that we want, we don't make nominations for this, but I'm going to assume that the board wants to maintain Mrs. Bush as our treasurer unless somebody else wants to step forward to do it. I don't know why this one's done a little bit differently, but it is.
Because I'm not a board member, I guess it's an appointment, not an election.
Well, neither is Mrs. Hines.
True. But that, I guess the treasurer can go either way, I don't know.
Anybody have any objections to it? I don't think so. So the board appoints Mrs. Bush by unanimous vote for a term of 2 years with no increase in compensation. I'm just reading what's here.
But no, that's fine. I didn't expect that.
Just reading the script.
That part stays.
All right, now we need to, the last item here is we need to establish a regular meeting date, time, and place. Is everybody fine with the third Tuesday of the month at 6:30? Is the time good? First, is the third Tuesday acceptable with everybody? Now the time. We've moved it from 7 to 6:30. Anybody want to move it to 6?
I That would be fine.
6:30? Okay. Then I will make a motion that the regular meeting dates for the Murphysboro Community Unit School District 186, Jackson County, Illinois, established as the third Tuesday of each month at 6:30 p.m. at the district office. And I need a second. Now I need a second.
Second.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. And now I need a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion to adjourn.
And a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. All right.